Good morning and welcome to all for this our 10th and last session of our this Islamic Architectural Legacy course. And I most welcome to Dr. Louis, who is with us here. And I humbly request to Nasreen ji for to please introduce about sir. Yes, most welcome, sir.
Welcome, Dr.
Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Luai.
Assalamu alaikum.
Good morning. Good morning to all the participants. Today we have a special guest, Dr. Luai, from our university. I just give a short brief about him. So Dr. Luai Al-Jabori, he is an architect and artist and has a large number of architectural and artistic works implemented in Oman and also many other countries. He is an assistant professor and he has academic experience of 16 years with a lot of scientific research and a lot of teaching. Also he has professional experience of more than 25 years. So he has his PhD degree from University of Baghdad in theories of architecture and MSc degree also from University of Baghdad, theories of Islamic architecture. Then BSc from University of Mosul. He also has a lot of educational experience, like he was assistant professor in many universities in Oman, also in Syria, in Iraq. His work experience include like as an architectural designer, he has designed many large number of buildings like residential buildings, commercial, educational, industrial. Also, many mosques he has designed, public buildings, and not only in Oman but also in many other countries like Saudi Arabia, Emirates, Sudan, Bangladesh, also in India. And he has designed almost more than 1,800 projects until now. He's also an urban designer, and he has designed number of urban development projects, also interior designing for many public and also private projects. So overall, he has more than 25 years of experience, and he's also a professional artist. He has participated in many fine arts exhibitions in Iraq, Syria, also in Oman, and professional designer as a graphic designer. He has many commercial advertisements and boards, logos, posters, and wallpapers he has designed. Then as a toon artist, he has published many cartoons, drawings, and also in local and national magazines, journals, and websites. So as a 3D visualizer, he's very much excellent. He has very much excellent skills in all the 3D softwares. So overall, he's a perfect architect and an artist, and a very famous among Gulf countries. So we are very lucky that we have Dr. Luai today in our sessions, and I am very lucky that I have worked under his guidance when he was our HOD for several years. So I welcome Dr. Luai, a very warm welcome, and please guide us and show some of your projects for us. I give my mic to you, so it's all yours now.
Thank you, Ms. Nasreen. Thank you very much. Thank you for your this kindly innovations, and for that the Academy who's accepted me as a guest to give this sessions. And I hope to be useful for students and support your material of Islamic architecture. I don't know if my voice is heard. Is okay?
Yes, doctor. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay then. According to the Ms. Nasreen quiz, she asked me to give more spotlight for that Islamic contemporary Islamic architecture. According to the forward of Ms. Nasreen, I have here a lot of projects, but some projects go with that Islamic features according to the client requirements or according to the nature of the building. Here in these decisions, I will explore something about mosque buildings. I will explore three sample in Sultanate of Oman. And later I will show you some my procedure in design. I don't know how many times I have, Mr. Sin.
Yes, doctor.
How
We
many
can
times?
it's all yours, doctor. You can take your time.
Okay, not more than 45 minutes, 50 minutes is enough. I think.
Okay, you can take your time, doctor. Yes.
So bad. Okay, thank you. Let's go to. I will share my screen. A minute. From this side. Mr. Sin, you have to I'll leave my. How can I share my screen now? Because
You can just, you have three buttons over there, right? Sorry, you have a square button with the arrow.
At the
So
bottom.
then you just click
now
on
I get it. Okay, I get it.
Yes.
Let's come. Wait.
Not yet, doctor.
Yes.
Yeah. Now we can see your screen.
Okay. Okay. When we start speaking about that Islamic architecture here in Oman, we are almost, as architect, refer to the main buildings here and main buildings Islamics features, which is Sultan Qaboos Mosque, Great Mosque in Muscat. I think almost everybody here in Oman and out of Oman know this mosque. This is erected for the society mind about Islamic architecture. This finished built around 1990, around like this, 1992. But this building is effective for all architects and peoples who live in Muscat and off of Muscat. This style of design, the designer is named Mohammed Makia. Mohammed Makia, he also built not just this building, and another great mosque in Al-Kuwait, Jami' al-Khulafa in Baghdad in Iraq. But this building look like as a guideline for the other mosque. If you see that in Google, just when you write the Sultan Qaboos Mosque, you will find another kind of mosque. This is in Nazwa, our city, university, or like this one. The style of Islamic architecture get in this directions. As you see here, there are some the color, material, kind of arch, the dome, and the total features coming according to the effective of Sultan Qaboos Mosque. Some mosques take another styles, I don't know, but let us speaking about the Sultan Qaboos Mosque is a reference for Islamic architecture. Let's say this is the reference of Islamic architecture in Oman, not just in Oman. They have heritage with architecture, but if we are speaking about the big mosque or that large mosque, we're speaking about Sultan Qaboos University, Sultan Qaboos Great Mosque. Sorry. Okay. From my side, I will show you I will start another scale because I assume that Mr. Nasreen give you a lecture about Islamic architecture and so on. So I will pass back to show you my sample. Let me show. Okay. Now it's okay. It's coming up.
Yes, doctor, it's fine.
Yes. Okay. Contemporary Islamic architecture, three masjid in Oman. The first sample, Masjid Sama'il, Oman 2019 area. This is small mosque. This is built on the old mosque. We removed old mosque and built this one up of the building. 350 square meter. The building, this one, as you see here, I don't know. This is existing building. My design, this is in the village, semi-village, between Muscat and Nazwa. It's named Falj al-Marara, and it's part of Sama'il city. The building built in this area. I start to build this building, but according to the surrounding building or existing building, I try to as much as can to go with harmony with the building without to find some monumental building or broken the sequence or that the text of urban spaces. As you see here, there are existing building. My style start the design by use the square, which is the refer to the Islamic golden ratio, about that use the square with the different shapes or compositions. As you see here, this is there are no dome. I start to be more harmony with the building. I want you to know. This is the first shot of this Masjid Sama'il. The main entrance through the minaret, as you see here, and this is existing building. So the mosque coming look like cubes, small cubes, and these cubes built and integrated one to other to find the mosque. The mosque is a part of the city because we didn't. This is suburb area. We didn't need to build some monument building or give features, extremely features about Islamic feature and Islamic art or a dome or something. So I try as much as can to be harmony with the text with the spaces. As you see here, the minaret is coming square, and the sequence of the composition coming through when you enter through this minaret, and which is found as a main gate for the mosque. Here show another angle with or view of these buildings. As you see here, this is the main musalla, this is the primary musalla, and this is a small room for support. And instead of the dome, I built just as a rise the masses up of the al-mihrab and the main entrance, and instead of that, and allow for the light coming through these elements. As you see here, this is the mosque, and I use here some detailing. His name here in Oman, this is folklorians works, sa'fiyat. This is a part of the palm, the same elements of the palm. I use it here to allow for the lighting into the inner spaces. As you see here, the sequence of the building, and also for the minaret, the head of the minaret just extruded for this palms details to find the spaces. The palm is the main importance tree here in Oman, as you know. And as you see here, this is desert environment, really, as the nature. Otherwise, this is the existing building. This is Musalla Nisa already existing. This is Majlis already existing. I add these masses with as much as can do this harmony with the color, with the masses, and so on. This is another shot. The entrance from here and here and here under this mosque, minaret, sorry. This is the isometric for the plan. As you see here, here the entrance, service room, here the also entrance. This is here coming the minaret. After that, this is here on Oman for the masjid plan. Normally they do double musalla, big one and small one, and there are double mihrab sometime. Normally this is the main mihrab, but sometimes we are added another mihrab for another prayers. Here the room of the guard and servicemen and so on, and this is a mihrab as well. Okay, the window coming, I start the window as you see here. As much as can, I try to be harmony with the village. This is the elevations. I designed the sign of Islam, that hilal, by carefully. I don't use something ready. I try to use some part of fine art, special from folklorian fine art. Sometimes referred to by Iraqis fine artists to find some detailing. I like to be that, not to be I work as architect, because as much as can I bring the art and push in my architecture. As you see here, the musalla, and this is look like as a mashrabiya to broken the sunlight. Other detailing, as you see here, the mihrab masses up, and then this is instead of al-qubba or dome. I use this element, and I'll as you explained before. Okay. The plan, as you see here, this the surrounding building. There are some shops. This is pollutions and the WC, and this is the plan of this one. It's also as explained. Okay. Second project, Masjid Suhar. This Masjid Suhar is in some commercial area. This building in commercial area, Suhar, north of Oman, and is let us say this is commercial buildings, and near the UAE, Emirates city, Emirat states. So this building, the location of this building affected on the shape, as you will see. This is small, but this is the building. This is the building, the concept of this design coming from Al-Kaaba. This cubes coming from 9 by 9 by 9. I try to be as much as can to be square cubes, really cubes. This is the main musalla, and this is mihrab. From this side, this is that arches, look like as arches, and the pollutions and WC just 2 here and 1 here from the other side. I will show you. This is again minaret, and I use this again. This is safiyat, or from detailing from the palm, repaint the palm by randomly touch to broken the geometrical shape of this buildings. As I try to use the concrete as a material for finishing, and look like as a slide 1 by 1, and to find the masses. This is another side view. This is the main entrance again. Here the out musalla. This is the join between the musalla, first musalla, second musalla, main musalla, and this is the entrance. As you see, there is the concrete, the walls to find the minaret. The minaret is not high. There are no monumental. I try to find some unique building by a different way, not by use arch, dome, something like this, as that I show in Masjid Sultan Qaboos, which is the reference of architecture, as I said before. I try to find some unique building by a different way. When we came to the Masjid al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he's simple and no ornament, no too much details, and refer to the spirit of Islam. As you see here again, this is maybe the mind of society refer to the Kaaba and with the Qibla of the Muslims. And as you see here, I put some slab. I use that brick material, and to refer to the birds which is stand on the surrounding Masjid al-Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam and al-Kaaba. I put the hilal, the sign of the Muslims, again look like as a bird, and not an up of the minaret, no, but up of the these cubes, as you see here, and this is another angle to the same building. As you see, the surrounding building also the short small, but from this side they are commercial, but then they start that building. Okay. And we try. I use some calligraphy, because as you see here, there are some geometrical, maybe sticked or geometrical. So as artist again, I return back to give some soft for this geometrical by use some calligraphy, Arabic calligraphy, which is khatt al-thuluth, which is very, very perfect line we are using. I put it here, the word of Hayya ala salah, Hayya ala falah, and so on. The building from upper, as you see here, as you see, there is double cube. This is 9 by 9 by 9. This is 9 by 9 by 4, according to the function of the building. As you see again, this is the slides coming here and open and follow, allow for the daily light to enter to the main musalla. And as you told before, when you enter from there, there is just here a pollution area, and here mosque. This is for men, not for female, because there are no spaces. Okay, and when you pass from the out musalla to another musalla, I changing the detailing to allow for the lighting enter to the again. And as you saw, as you see, it's unclear. I didn't use any arch, any dome, anything, but I try to reflect the Islam and Islamic principle by use this geometrical shape. Sometimes some details nice. I like it like this details, or like this details to connect it between this building and this building. And you can image what's happened here from when the sun enters to the musalla from this small opening. This is night shot. In the night, this is coming very, very affected. From musalla, also the affected of light is very important to give that sprayed feature for these buildings. Let's finish. Let us go to the third mosque. Third mosque in the city's name, Al-Kamil Al-Wafi, 2021. This is area is biggest, let's say, around 807 square meter. Okay. This is the third building of masjid. This masjid is different, right? This masjid is coming on the corner of the two roads. First one, as you see here. Second one, there are some spaces for parking and count. The main issue or problem in this building that the mass is coming 100% of the area of a plot of the design. Of the design. So the minaret is very difficult for me. Where can I put this minaret according to this heavy masses? Because this building is double void and see as you see here. So I try a lot of to find some solution for this problem, because as you see, if there are some big masses and minaret just in the corners, it's not good composition. In the end, I find some way that I use that louvers, look like this one, and this louver to work on the hot climbs and sun affected on the elevation of this buildings. By the way, this is the side of the building. This is the mihrab. This is the entrance and the stairs for that guard, or let us muqim of al-masjid. And this, and the end, what I did, I slide look like as a small slide from this louver up and give more glowing for this louvers, and I put that hilal also again to find this to solve the problem of this masses. I will show you what that means when I show another shots of this buildings. This another side, sorry. This another side. This the entrance for the musalla, and here there are occlusions and WC, and as you see there is a street here and they are parking from this side, so I needed to give some sign for this is as a mosque. I shift just this minaret from these elements up, and this is give that what I seek about that as a feature or landmark for this building. As you see here again, I find some frame, and after that shift this minaret from the frame and hanging up little bit, so give that more human scale for entrance for this one. This by the way, this one as a local shop also again, but I give him some square shape and push and fabricated with the masses, and I cut the frame and detailing to find these shops. I put some calligraphy again. This is a Kufi Murabba, which is used geometrical shape. There are main entrance, not this one really. There are another main entrance here. This that out musalla. So I in this design, what I give him a concept to fully glass, and there are some shed slab. Fully glass. That means before you enter to the mosque, you will see the prayer mats, and you can image, because normally in our architecture, the musalla is closed and you didn't see the prayers until you enter to the spaces. But if you put this is fully glass and all prayers to their direction to the al-qibla, you will see their backs and their rows, and when they start the salat prior, you will find something is very, very nice. And the continuous between indoor and outdoor give this is identity. From out, you can see al-mihrab. You can see al-mihrab directly from out these buildings. Okay. This is another shows from iBird. As you see here, this is the louvers. This is stairs go to the first floor here. The let us say residential or accommodation of this guards or muqim, and this one al-mihrab. As you see here, I use some elements referred to the fort of Oman, which is look like as a square tower with a traditional feature. Between this mihrab sizes and the ceiling, I find again a calligraphies to give this letters and the light affected. This from al-mihrab side back, yani let us say that al-qibla sides. As you see here, the relationship between the brick and concrete. By the way, this is in India. I think this is famous to use this, or some building by Louis Kahn, not Le Corbusier, but also in Bangladesh, Congress of Bangladesh, when he used it. Concrete and brick, the brick is coming nicely affected. But more and more of geometrical, and you can get good result really between this is window and this is window to work on the sun reflection and reflections. I put some louvers, and exactly between louvers and this masses I put again the brick. Okay, this is the shot from al-mihrab side. As you see here, you find some new and unique buildings in the fabrics. This is night shoot. As you see, this is al-mi'dhana or minaret. Look like as fixed from by some small or let us say hidden support. This is given, and this is given some elegance and without thickness. As you see there, the thickness of this minaret just around 1 meter and go up. The effect of the light, the composition is very, very important, as you see here in this minaret. This is another entrance, which I said. This afternoon, I use sometimes rectangle because this is Folklorian ornament in not just in Oman, Yemen, and Saudi Arabia, Palestine, and Jordan. In these regions, they use it that rectangle as ornament units. So sometimes I use it to balance the compositions. This is the entrance of Musalla Nisa. As you see here, this is what I said. This is out Musalla, and this is the Musalla An-Nisa. From here, there are sublusions, and the stair go up, and this is the Musalla An-Nisa up of the main entrance, as you see here. I reuse the same louvers in the side view here again. This is the entrance, side entrance, and shops and so on. Okay. This is the plan, just idea about the plan. This is the main entrance, had a mihrab. This is out Musalla. This is the main Musalla. This is the entrance of Nisa Masjid up, and this seclusion area, left there are. From other side, under the minaret from here and here. And this is the shop. As you see here, pollutions, and this is pollutions and WC. And after that, you go to the Musalla. This is the first floor. Okay. Until here, I think I finish. About I don't know if I have time. What has it in back?
Yes, doctor, you can continue. You still have time.
Okay.
You can take your time, doctor. Don't
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Nasreen.
Yes, thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you.
Here, one of our participants is asking, like, is there any interiors what you have designed, like Peter Dura techniques, these floral motifs and all what we have usually in traditional masjids.
Yes, I have interior, but unfortunately, I don't publish now. But I will show you some Islamic feature of another building, another kind of the building, which is housing, common building. Now I will show some detail of exterior and interior. Okay, but just 1 minute. Okay, sometime here in again, for me as a designer, يعني, not insist to be I am just as a different for the different. No, sometimes we need to find some, let us say, the classic masjid. I will show you. This is in Muscat city. I received some of the masjid with the under construction in the ground floor. We needed to change the features. Me and the team of Al Mihwar. This is the team of Oman, that office I work with them. As you see here, this is the building is under construction here. This is the vaults, and after that, I changing the manner, the feature, the detailing. But the client, he like to be classic, look like as a Masjid Sultan Qaboos and so on. This is under construction now. This is before around 3 weeks or 4 weeks. The building under construction again. As you see here again, I use some hierarchy in the masses, and this is the courtyard and the minaret and so on. Some and this service building. Okay, let us go to show you something important for me. Okay, from here, let us see it. A minute. Okay, for any architect, that's very important to start from the sketch in the plan, sketch in the elevation. I didn't go to the 3D without start to study the elevations, and before I study elevation, I ask that clients or what do you style, what style do you like to give your building, your home, your project, and I start to sketch for him, for me and for him, the elevation. After that, we go to do that 3D. This is very important for any architect. As you see here, before I go, this is modern feature, but here I speaking about that effected of the sketch. Sketch very important because before to go to the 3D. As you see here, this is commercial building, housing, and so on. Is different. Okay. After that, we go to the 3D. As you see here, this commercial building with the modern feature and so on. As you see here, again, sketch is very important. This is some sample construction here in Muscat in Oman, and of Oman, some different detailing of elevations. As you see here, this is modern architecture, not classic. But let us go again. Excuse me. So for Islamic features, I use sketch again and again. This is the sketch before I go to the 3D. This is Islamic features. Or some client ask us to mix between Arabic or Islam Omani's feature with the modern. So I try to find some way between this two spaces, between this one, or sometimes modern, or semi-modern, and so on, like this. You can, if you go to if you're interested, you can go to the Instagram page. You find a lot of sketch and detailing, and this is very important for any architect. Here and here, you can see something like this, Islamic, with again to use some modern palm, some modern some treatments elements, the gate, main gate, Mashrabiya, some traditional features. Sometimes it mix between Islamic and modern and so on. There are a lot of sketch and project. You can visit my website with pleasure, and you can, if you like, you can send some your opinion. I will be happy to listen for your opinion. Thank you. As you see here, there are a lot of sketch. Okay. If you go to now, let us go to some another way through 10 minutes, not more than 10 minutes, inshallah. This building, some unique buildings. Here, this sample I selected and from my works, and to show you some different treatment with the Islamic feature, not just as a modern. Sometimes affected to the text about the intertext, sorry, not text, intertext. Sometime for the client, sometime for the architect, and so on. I like this building. There are a lot of maybe some. This building, Abri city. This building, I try to use the Klai as a feature, or here's his name, Saruj, in Omani language. As you see here, this is the building. Again, there are no ornament. Just the ornament is simple and the human scale. As you see here, the detailing from the Omani forts and towers, defense buildings. And as you see here, the arch is simple, no detail a lot of. Just when I use the wood, I got to give some more detailing about the elevations and some details from heritage, from folklorians. And there are some swimming pool I treated in a different way. I use some Indian color really with the Omani heritage to find some like this environment, because in Iraq we didn't have like these colors. This is just between India, Bangladesh, and here in Oman also. So they use the same features of the treated, because in Iraq we are using the brick, look like Iran brick, and for the detailing. This is seeds, the swimming pool, palms, and detailing. Okay, this is name here in Oman Jahla. This details the light, the texture of 3D, and so on. Okay, this building I like it, and there are a lot of people like this building, more than I expect really. Then this building again, the idea of this building is coming from the rock. I try to use some plate of that are said of rock or stone, and I try to be hanging this up on the first floor, as you see here, and give the Omani environment, the desert almost. And the region of this building really is the desert, is in Al-Amirat, south of Muscat. As you see here, I try to use also that local and Islamic features. I don't know, somebody think that arch and dome and minaret, this is the Islamic features, but I believed this is not Islamic feature. This is part of Islamic, part of Muslims' protections. Minaret, dome, details, ornament. But as a Muslim architect or the Islamic architecture, you can find some suitable. This is the meaning of suitable and simple and good. This is the meaning of the spirit of Islam, and in the end, Islam and the human principle, not just Islam, really. Okay. Then let us go. This is in Saudi Arabia. This is the twin villa. I try to give him some local, let us say, local feature. As you see, this is three villa, really three villa. This is villa, and this is villa, and this is villa. And I try to find some way to treat the elevations. Here, okay, this is more Islamic or Andalusian Morocco style. This is in Oman again. Okay, this is home, normal home. Sometimes that client asks us to be symmetry and symmetry and classic. This is government buildings. As you see here again, the symmetry is very important, and the detailing of spaces and so on. This mass, this Amin. Here in this building, when I finished this building, and this in Sohar, that the client came back, he said, no, I want to be an Islamic feature. I finished the design, and in the end, he said, no, I won't, I definitely. And then I thinking a lot, and in the end, I find to add in the center of this building, this arch with these details, and I success, alhamdulillah, and he accepted, and he's happy, alhamdulillah. As you see here, the feature is modern almost, but in the end, I put that Islamic feature in the center of the building, so he's very happy, as you see here. Okay. Sometime we have some detailing like this one, and again, it came back to the color of Sultan Qaboos Mosque. As I told you before, this is depicted on the Omanis citizens. Here, as you see here, with mashrabiyas and detailing, I insist almost in the main gate as a principle of Islamic architecture, and later we can do another detailing. As you see here, I will silent, and you can, see some example. Okay, I will speak. Sorry. This details also I call as Islamic features because as you see here there are small detailing and this is reflect for that old cave architecture or art and this is old of Islam maybe this detailing of calligraphies or fonts or icons or signs. I put some ambiguous signs in the elevation of this building as you see here. Islamic again with updating details. This details of wood, as I told you before, I use the rectangle, sometimes claw and head down, base up, side view. Again, Islamic. This is 5 villa. Then mix between this and that. This in Samail, I call also this is Islamic architecture according to this is rectangulars and yeah, and local architecture. This is the main entrance, this is majlis and so on. Okay, this is the entrance or interior. This is the common building I showed you before. This is the interior of this interior buildings. As you see here, the features of Omani detailing. I will return back to the interior. Okay, later. This detail also mixed between modern and the classic. This is 3 flat. Flat 1, flat 2, flat 3, like this. I use this as Mashrabiyya details with development details and some modern villas as you see here. And this is a mobile, you can rotate it and see the detailing again and again. This is the interior for, let us say, official buildings or government buildings. According to the detailing of Omani style, as you see here, the detailing, the ceiling, roof, furniture. Again, to the architecture, with a lot of detailing and with pleasure to find some new details again. That's okay. I think I finish, but 1 minute to show you something. 1 minute, okay. In the end, again, what's the meaning of Islamic architecture? Sometimes I think this is Islamic architecture. What's the problem? You can find some simple, good function, good spaces, good thing. We can use like this one. It's simple and nice. Simple and nice. And provided some swimming pool. And this is, and let us say this is rest buildings or in suburb area. And Sana'a between Muscat and Suhar. And as you see here, we didn't need that the arch and the dome ornaments, not need. According to the intertext of the buildings, intertext of the buildings. As you see here, there are kind of big window with mashrabiyya with details and everything with the curtains and the wood and plaster, white rough plaster and some protection from the sun. Everything is okay. That's okay. This is Islamic architecture. I like it. Really, I like this style of design mixed between plaster and rock. And as you see here, I like this style in the end. That and this project I finish. Thank you. I am very happy for this your kindly invitations, and I will hope if there are any question or anything, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. It's a really wonderful journey of all the buildings designed by you. And I'm too happy because I am also a museum designer here in India. And up to now, I have designed nearly 12 different museums in Maharashtra and in abroad also. So I'm very happy to see this all type of structures there. And this too good thing because in this we always listened about the buildings of Dubai and this UAE, all the countries. But today we see here all these things. So it's our pleasure, and we are thankful to you. You are with us, and I request for stop presenting. Please click on stop presenting on the screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Better. Okay.
Okay, I request to all the participants, please on your video. We will take a photograph with Dr. Louis for all of us. Yes.
I put the link of my works in Facebook
Yes.
and on Instagram also. I will share with the others. Nasreen and Kausar.
Yes, sir.
Pleasure. I am happy now. Just now I see the faces. Alhamdulillah. Before all is close the camera. I don't know with who's speaking. Now I am happy to see the
Yeah,
faces.
usually
Sir,
we tell them
it was a
to
really
keep the
wonderful
camera
session, sir,
on.
today.
Yeah.
It was a really
Thank you.
wonderful session today, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I am happy to meet you, everybody. Thank you.
Well, I'm really thankful to Bhujang sir to give a wonderful opportunity to us.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you.
So all are ready? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So just a minute. We require your $1 million smile again. Yes. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank
Very much.
you. Thank you. And now I request to Nasreen Madam, please conclude our this session with the summary of this 10 days session.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bhujang, and thank you very much to Dr. Luai. In such a short notice period, he just accepted our invitation, and such a wonderful journey we saw his projects. Very nice composition of simple geometry with just straight lines and minimalistic approach in contemporary styles of masjids. So we have almost covered from 6th century to until 21st century in our 10 days session. But your projects, what we saw, it is really like a unique style, what we see today. So I really thank to Dr. Luai for sharing your projects with us. And it's really very lucky for all of us to
Thank you.
do your projects.
I want to add something. I don't know.
Yes, Doctor.
As architect, and I am Iraqi also, as look like as India people and everybody. I feel that's not as that we can find some unique and interest architects by use our simple tools. When we be intelligent and thinking good, how can we use this as elements? Because I see a lot of architects from India, Bangladesh, and I see something amazing really, and we learn from one to others. And we have some special spirit and environment we can reflect it in our architect. Sometimes we are somebody push us to the traditional Islamic architecture or features. This maybe kill the integrative in the mind of architect. As architect, you just put your heritage or a history of architecture, which is amazing, beside you. After that, what I do, I development this is elements, not my task to copy and paste or repeat it or revivals. No, this is not architecture work, because we are living 2020, and the history will forget any architect, any period without creative productions. That our task to find. So for here and my colleges and students to speak about, this is our Iraqis detailing Islamic architecture or Omani's architecture. This is the age where that our grandfather arrived in architecture, in architecture. Let us start from this phases to up to front, not go to back and take it. No, in this spaces between history and this is that critical area to find the creative works. This is the critical. At that time, you will find some yourselves are free. I treated with my architecture, with my Islamic traditional architecture, with the free. Nothing is put me in the mode of the dome, of the walls, of the minaret, of the ornaments. I am give Islamic architecture with different different way, because there are no holy detailing about the architecture feature. We just find some good architecture, good environment, and happy life for the peoples. That's all. Okay. Thank you. If there are any questions, I will be, if I have time to respond. If no, that's okay. We're happy, and really I am very, very happy to see all these faces. Thank you.
Yes, we request the participants, if you have any questions, you can directly ask Dr. Loy. Actually, most of the questions during the session when you were showing, I have answered them. But still, if Nayantara madam, if you have anything, please you can ask.
Yeah, it was really delightful to see the art and the architecture of Dr. Luali. And thank you so much. Wonderful. I just had one question. In the interiors of the mosques, nowadays in modern contemporary style, is there anything, is there any calligraphy? Are there any mosaics like the earlier, the earlier, like the Abbasid style and the Egyptian style and all that? Is it still there? Because we didn't see any interiors.
Well, okay. Thank you for your question. I am sorry because first Ms. Nasreen asked me to prepare the lecture. I tried to collect the image and so on, but I will share, inshallah, with Ms. Nasreen the interior of this Mosque of Suhar, because it's very important. Not all building, the client asks us to provide the exterior and interior. Sometimes some interior shift to another, but almost we are designed the interior. Look like common building. I designed, and our team designed that interior building. We provide it, but inshallah I will share with Ms. Nasreen with thank you.
Thank you so much. Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we have one raised hand. Okay, any more questions? Dr. Bhujan, your mic is off.
Yes.
Sorry. Here in chat box, there is one question by Prachiji. Sir, can you give examples of such modern elements of Islamic architecture project in India?
In India, no. In India, I have something modern with share with Ms. Nasreen, by the way. But I have almost. I have one project mosque also in Bangladesh, and that's a mosque, six story. And when I explore, I'm sorry not to explore now because the time I know it's not enough. That building, 6 stories mosque, and it's first time. My colleagues in Iraq and everywhere here in Arab region, they didn't see mosque 6 floors. Normally 1 or 2 floors, but 6 floors as a commercial building square, nothing. We didn't see something like. So I received a lot of critics. They said, "What this building? This is a commercial building." This is not. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. This is not my design." And I received the design, the building with 60 floors. They give me and said, "Okay, design the elevation and the elements." So the results coming 60 floors. I also inshallah share with you. And then by the way, in Facebook and Instagram, special Facebook, there are a lot of projects. You can see and choose. Thank you very much for all audience here.
Yes, thank you, sir. Prachiji, but just I want to clear that when I wrote this, my 20th book of Encyclopedia of Museums, in this encyclopedia, it is in 10 volumes, and in this my book I mentioned about such type of beautiful architectures in India, which now developed in Agra, Delhi, and beside the parts Lucknow also, and some unique manuscripts which I have in my collection. This is the history of Taj Mahal. This is actually a manuscript, and you can see here, this is the manuscript, and in very bad condition when I got these all manuscripts. When this is the Tabkat-e-Akbari, and this is manuscript. When Tariq-e Hindustan, this is also a manuscript. And up to now, when I published such manuscripts in my some more books, Tabkat-e-Akbari, and this is the Chachnama. This is my 18th book, and in this book, when I wrote about this all, this is the last book, Museum Surveyor of Technology. At this time, when I was visited the museums and the different these buildings, particularly I was designed for the government of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, and some museums for Maharashtra, some educational institutes, organizations. The biggest museum is on the Pune-Bombay highway. It is 130 crore rupees project, and I'm working as the project director for that. So in such all cases, when we visited these places, sir mentioned regarding one building which is in Chandigarh. One famous architect, I forget the name just now, and he got this UNESCO World Heritage Site mark for this building in Chandigarh. One famous architect who designed these all buildings. So such type of buildings are there in India also, and with the kind cooperation with all of you, in future also we will organize such a course that this architecture in India also, Islamic architectural heritage in India also, because it will be too useful for all the scholars to design what's there in our locality, how we can study this, how we can develop this. Louis sir mentioned one thing very clearly, that something which we call always holy, but here we can see it's a simplicity and beauty in these all buildings. So it's
Right.
really useful for all, and anyone can easily adopt this. So it's too good. And I humbly thankful to Dr. Louis. And yes, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Nasreen ji, please.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, yes.
So I would like to give us a small brief summary of what we did in all these 10 days. So apart from architecture, we understood the Islamic art, and also we understood some of the inscriptional details. We took a dynastic route and also historical backgrounds when we started the Islamic architecture course. So I took this route because I thought it was very easy to understand, or to identify the characteristics, or maybe the type or style of individual patterns, to understand and to know about these styles very well. So I took this route, dynastic route, and like we understood the patterns, like how they started to produce these artistic productions and all. So we started right from the basic characteristics of mosque, like what was a mosque, what was the functions, and what was the requirement for a mosque to design. And we understood the language and also vocabulary of Islamic architecture through a lot of historical contexts and dates. And this was right from the formative era of Islam to up to modern and postmodern, and also contemporary eras. We have almost touched in all these 10 days, covering various mosques. Not only mosques, we touched palaces, shrines, multifunctional complexes, and city types also. So we also understood some factors, what was the factors to shape these, artistic factors. Is it any influence of patrons, socio-political factors, regional factors, and then some cultural, religion, and also economic factors we tried to understand. Then coming to, started right from Prophet's Mosque, Al-Madina. So that from that mosque, how he used hypostyle, domeless, flat roofs, using very humble materials, simple, locally available materials, how Prophet had used. Right from that, we started from the Umayyads in Cordoba and Damascus. Again, they used hypostyle, and they started using the domes and very luxury materials, marbles, mosaics, and how they were influenced by Roman and Byzantine influences. We understood these, and then they started with the minarets. And then we came to Abbasids, Baghdad and Samarra. We just took a lot of examples from there, and we understood how Baghdad was designed, how Samarra was designed, and the ziyada spaces, how they incorporated in the mosques. So here again, it was a flat roofs. They were few mosques, they had domes also, but most of the time they were influenced with flat roofs of Prophet Muhammad. And then depending on geographical location, they were using locally available materials there also, mud bricks. So these kind of ornamentations, beveled ornamentations, also abstract forms, what Abbasids got. So we just try to understand them. Then we came to Fatimids, and we understood the city of Cairo, how it was developed, and we took some examples of masjids from Fatimids. Then we came to Seljuks, Anatolia and Devrigi. And here we understood like the masjid was not alone as a single entity. They also had a lot of other functions like hospital, and they also used mausoleums, bathhouses. So we saw some examples, and during this Seljuks, it was like a geographical location was somewhere in Anatolia. So there the material was stone as a material. So how they converted Abbasids ornamentation, which was used in baked bricks and mud. So here, how it was converted to stone. So we tried to understand that. Then we came to Mongols, and we understood the Mongols' invasions on Islamic lands, what was the effect on that. And then their descendants, the Timurids, also Ilkhanids, we understood their architectural characteristics. We understood their portable and permanent architecture, soft and hard architecture, and how these Timurids started the tomb architecture. So how they made the tombs as a monumental this thing. And we took an example of Bure Emir and Shahizinda. So very beautifully composed tombs we saw here also. And then we came to Mamluks. Mamluks, we understood their monumental buildings through Sultan Hassan complex, and also we understood the schools of Islamic laws and how they incorporated these schools, that is madrasas, in the masjids. So the courtyards, Ivans, how they used and how they controlled the climate. So how all these we tried to understand. And then we came to Ottomans, Istanbul. So we came to Istanbul, we saw the works of architect Sinan, and here we understood a lot of buildings with multifunctional, they incorporated madrasa, mausoleums, hospital, hospice, also commercial shops. So right from the domeless to single domes, double domes, 3 domes, 4 domes. So we just saw so many examples, and we tried to look into a lot of creativity what they had done. And then coming to India, we understood the Taj Mahal as a mausoleum of eternal garden, and here we understood the Hasht Bihisht kind of plan. We understood the garden charbagh kind of concept which Babur brought from Timur. And then apart from all these, we also understood the grammar of ornamentation in Islamic art. So that was like they were using aniconic, abstract kind of art, and also figural motifs. And we also saw Islamic tiles like Iznik styles, mosaic fiancé styles, Ablat styles, then Petra Dura. So Iznik, we saw that in Ottomans very beautifully they were using. Ablak was started from Mamluks, and then Petra Dura in Taj Mahal. So apart from these art and architecture, we also understood the inscriptions. So the basic concept behind these inscriptions, Quranic verses, the meaning of those verses we understood. And some of the pictorial representation of Quran, what they are telling, like about the heavens, about the gardens. So very beautifully represented in Umayyads mosques in Damascus. Also, we understood many different types of scripts, like we understood the Kufic scripts, we understood the Tulut scripts, which we saw in Ottomans, and then some of the Persian scripts, which we saw also in Timurid tombs. So this is the superficially what we have covered in this entire 10 days session. So this is not the entire syllabus of Islamic architecture what we have completed. So this is just a introduction we have done. So if you want to research more into Islamic architecture, if you're more interested, then I have opened one Google Drive folder and have shared it with everyone with my name. And in there, I have put a lot of books references. Sorry, I don't have the soft copy of the books, but the name of the book, also the author, all those details I have put, and some reading material, also some PDF files, and all the presentations what I have shown until 10 days, everything will be updated in that. So you can just refer all of them. And then anything else you want to just share with us, you can also share with everyone. Okay. I thank Dr. Bhujan and Dr. Loai for this session, and I thank all the participants who are continuously attending all the 10 days session, and who are not attending but just seeing the recordings. Also, I thank everybody who has registered, and also I appreciate all the participants who are actively sending me the assignments all the 10 days. So I have seen the assignments, but still I have not got much time to in detail check them. So I will just do that in coming days, and I will get back to you all about that. Okay, thank you very much, and over to you, Dr. Bhujan.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, thanks a lot, madam. And we are really thankful to you. Only because of you this is possible, and we are thankful to University of Nizwa because of them and the permission of the director and all the authorities. We all the Indians can get the opportunity to understood all these things. So we are humbly thankful to all of you, and special thanks to Dr. Lee also here, because yeah, yeah, because of you we can understood this today's modern architecture, and how we can use it. So thanks a lot to all of you again, and I humbly request to all the participants, these all 10 days assignments you can share in the drive also, otherwise you can send the PDF files also on the given email ID. So once again, thanks to all, and now with the kind permission of all of you, we'll stop here. So we'll keep in touch,
Thank you very much.
and the group will open to all for the discuss or for the give the comments in the future too. And please be remain group much live in the group, and we'll keep in touch with this our group only. So thanks a lot again, and now stop here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Loai.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.